Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Raheja. I'm the promoter of Raheja Developers Private Limited, one of India's most trusted and oldest brands. Today we are going to be spending a day at Revanta. Revanta is our flagship project, till now in the country. It's the tallest building that's coming up in the Delhi NCR region. So if I have to talk a little bit about the way we went about designing, this building, the project is called Revanta, Raheja Revanta. It's spread over about 18.72 acres of land, as you can see right in front of you. There are two main components to this project. You can see a high-rise tower right in front of you. We call this the Surya Tower. It's a 61-story tower, and you can say it's made up of three parts, which is Tower A, Tower B right in the center, and Tower C. The Tower A and Tower C are both mirror images of each other and both around 51 floors. The Tower B is about 61 floors, the one that you see right in the center with the helipad on top. So that makes one part of the project. Under the tower, you get a two-level basement for the parking purpose as well as some other recreational purposes. On the lower side of things, the independent floors that you see right in front of you are called the tapas townhouses. These comprise independent floors, 2 floors or 2 units on each floor, and about 8 units per block. We've got about 27 blocks on site, and there are 2 clubhouses that you can see in this entire development. One you would see right towards the end, and that's a clubhouse which is a larger clubhouse which also has a large size swimming pool, and that's right at the entrance or from where the final entrance of the project is going to be. The other clubhouse that we're going to have in this entire development is going to be the highest clubhouse in the Delhi NCR region at the 46th floor. The grey line that you see here is an end-to-end edge and infinity swimming pool facing towards the Aravallis, and it also has some restaurant, lounge, gymnasium areas and some skydeck areas which are right here. You can see, and we're going to take you to show you around on that floor as well. If you go into the mythological importance of the name Revanta, it was the second son of the Surya Bhagwan, the sun god which we all used to pray to in the ancient times, and some of us still do. The father's name was Surya Bhagwan and the mother's name was Saranya. The brother was Shani Bhagwan and the younger son was Revanta. Revanta was supposed to be the god of flying horses, and that's an element that you will see throughout our design. The element or the symbol of the sun or the rising sun and a flying horse right in front of it. You'll see that dispersed throughout the site, architecturally, thematically, everywhere. So one of the most important aspects to this building is the unique Skybridge that we see. Apart from the height of the building, which of course is a tremendous challenge, and has been a tremendous challenge to build, the Skybridge by itself would be the unique or the single most unique defining feature of this project. As I was mentioning earlier, if you notice 2 or 3 interesting aspects in this building, you see that above the 45th floor or above in fact even the 35th floor, you'll find that the entire building is made up of glass in the tower A and C, and especially in the tower B. Whatever you see in glass right now in front of you are single floor penthouses which are there in tower A, B and C. The reason why you see them without balconies, or the way they are designed without balconies, is because of the tremendous wind pressure that one faces at these altitudes in cases of storms and sandstorms and windstorms and so on. The most interesting aspect of the view from the Skybridge is the fact that we have a 180-degree view of the Aravalli mountains right in front of us. The entire fascia of the building faces the Aravallis, and the reason why it's designed in a manner in which it faces the Aravallis is because that's also the southeast direction. It's the direction of the rising sun, and there is a beautiful view that all of the apartments, most of which are 2-side open, they're going to get a tremendous view. On the other side of the building, which is the back side of the building which you see here, we're going to have a city view, and right across there is the National Highway 8, and you see the entire city skyline shimmering in the night time with the lights, So it's a fantastic view, whichever way you look at it. Revanta is coming up at one of the most prestigious locations in Gurgaon. We are just 800 meters away from the National Highway 8. In fact, this building is visible from far away. I've seen this building from kilometers away. It's already visible, and it has a very good access from the NH8 which exists even today. There is upcoming 60-meter road which is again just a couple of 100 meters away from us, which is under development and should be ready by the next year, which is going to connect Revanta directly with the Southern Peripheral Road. So even if you're coming from the SPR, you would be able to access Revanta without the need of coming onto the National Highway 8. It is located at the intersection of the three most important roads of Gurgaon, which is the Northern Peripheral Road. Some of us also call that the Dwarka Expressway. We all are aware that it's under advanced stage of completion and should be ready by the end of next year. There is also the Southern Peripheral Road, which some of us also call the SPR or the Golf Course Extension Road, which is right next to us, and the upcoming CPR or the Central Peripheral Road. All these three meet at a central intersection, which is very similar to the way you see the Ames flyover in Delhi, where we have clover leaves. In fact, these things are under development as we speak and should be ready very soon. So Revanta is going to have a great accessibility regardless of whether you want to access South Delhi areas through the SPR, whether you want to access the Central Delhi areas and the IGI airport through the NH8, or whether you want to access the West Delhi areas, IGI airport, Dwarka areas through the NPR or the Dwarka Expressway. Revanta is just going to be minutes away and you're going to be on the highway just as soon as you come out of the project. So that's a phenomenal aspect about this project. Another great thing about the location is the views that you get from this site. When we saw this site, we fell in love with it. Two reasons. One is the fact the views are fantastic. The other is that it's a rectilinear site or a rectangular site. You don't get such clean sites to work with, architecturally speaking, in Gurgaon. We also have another unique advantage to the Revanta site. We are surrounded by 3 golf courses at a very short vicinity from the site. We've got the ITC Classic Golf Resort, which also has the ITC Grand Bharat Hotel. That's just minutes away, and as far as I'm aware, it's one of the largest golf courses in Asia. We've got the Golden Greens Resort, which is also the golf course, which is very nearby. We've also got the Tarudhan Valley Golf Resort, which is also very nearby. So for people who enjoy their golf every morning, they're just minutes away from 3 world-class developments. So another interesting fact about Revanta, when we conceptualized this project, we knew the scale of our dreams was too big. We were absolutely not sure whether the construction capability of our country would be able to come to terms with what we had imagined for this site. So we went to Dubai and got the largest construction company from the GCC to join hands with us to come to India and set up base to build super tall buildings. There is not only Revanta but a couple of other buildings that we are making along with Arab Tech Constructions, Dubai, who have been known in the past for their works at the Burj Al Arab, the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world, and a lot of other landmark buildings within Dubai. We also have working with us on this project Thornton Tomasetti from the USA. This is amongst the leading structural engineers in the world and have to their credit having built 5 out of the top 10 tallest towers in the world. One of the most unique aspects I want to talk about in this project is the use of Perry shuttering and scaffolding system, which we had to import down from Germany especially for this project. It's one of the most advanced construction systems in the world, and it's a modular system, and it allows us to get extremely good concrete quality during casting, as well as get very fast construction done at site. And Revanta by itself is a very special building when it comes to structural engineering. Large parts of this project, in fact majority of this project, is designed in load-bearing shear walls. So what happens in load-bearing shear walls is that these walls sort of come together like a sandwich or a sandwich panel, and all the concrete sort of goes inside these 2 panels, whether it's the verticals or the horizontals, and all the steel, plumbing, electrical, HVAC, all services are put within the walls before the time of casting. So what that allows us is to get absolutely clean surfaces. There is no surface chasing at a later date. You can just rest assured once the construction is complete, you are good to go. You can just paint the surface, put the tile, put the whatever finish you want on the wall, and you're good to go, and you get an absolutely clean surface. Some of the other consultants who helped on this project, one of them which is very notable is the landscape architects, which is Oracle. They have worked in the past at some of the Aravalli's, Camellia's development. I really like their work, and they've done a fine job with the landscape over here. We've also gotten a lighting design partnership, LDP, who's been helping us with the lighting design implementation in this project. In fact, we are hoping you're going to love it once the project finishes, the way the building is going to look iconic from a distance in the night time. We also worked on this project with RWDI. RWDI helped us with the design of the building. They are wind tunnel consultants. So what they do is, for super tall buildings like Revanta, they make a model, electronic as well as a physical model, and put it in wind tunnels, similar to the way aircrafts are designed. So Revanta, being the unique building that it is, was actually had to be run within a wind tunnel to see how the wind is going to behave around the building. So we get the most optimum structural engineering done in this building. Anything and everything that you can imagine has been provided at Revanta, so you don't need to fear. We also have at the site a commercial center, which will have a provision for things like a florist, grocer for your daily grocery needs. We even have provision for nursery schools where you can send your children, where of course we would like to get one of the best agencies to sort of manage it for us. But rest assured, we've got you covered when it comes to the facilities and amenities at this project. Another interesting aspect in the project is the use of these fire refuge terraces that you see every 10 floors. In fact, wherever you see the jali work, those are the service floors. We've got the service floors at the 25, the 35, the 45 level, which are sort of running through and through. And we've also got these fire terraces or fire refuge areas, in intermittent floors, where in case of an emergency, people can evacuate and assemble. In addition to that, we've also got a helipad right at the top, making Revanta one of the only buildings which has a helipad, and that also can be used for evacuation purposes in cases of an emergency.